Let's bring on board Nizam Idris, head of strategy, fixed income and currencies at Macquarie. He joins us from Singapore. Nizam, hi, morning. What's your sense? The rupee has fallen last week, 60, 62 thereabouts is, the weakest point that we've seen last week for the currency. Where are we headed from here?
Well, for me, I think it has been quite a rangy session or recent sessions for rupee. But not just the rupee, mind you. It's really the dollar has been rangy across the board. And if you look at dollar yen, for example, it has been caught at 101 to 105 since mid-November. So I think really you need a strong impetus from the dollar to kick things around quite a bit. As for the rupee, I think Rajan, RBI's Rajan actually mentioned that he would like to see the range staying within 60 to 62, and that's what he's getting right now. So, it seems to me like this will be a decent range to stay for now until we get a new kicker.
Nizam, do you think Reserve Bank of India currently is doing the right thing in increasing the forex reserve? Because our understanding is that Reserve Bank of India currently is absorbing all the dollar supply and they are not letting the rupee appreciate purposely.
Yeah, I mean, anecdotally, we do hear about RBI in the market, and that is also reflected in the reserve numbers, like you mentioned just now. In other words, reserve numbers are rising, indicating that the RBI has been buying some dollar. And, yeah, it feels like, the RBI is, pretty happy to see dollar rupee stable around about 60 to 62 right now. And, yeah, intervention activities may have been reported and seen in the reserve numbers.
Give me a band for the rupee, because in last 1 year we've seen a lot of activity on the Indian currency, from 55 to 68, from 68 to 60. Where do you think Indian rupee will ultimately settle? What could be that band?
Right. It feels to me like the RBI has successfully managed to stabilize the rupee for now. 60 to 62 seems to be the right range, at least in the short term, particularly given the factors that was mentioned just now. It is difficult for me to think that EM currencies could outperform the dollar in a big way in an environment where global recovery is still uncertain, China's story is still unclear, and meanwhile there's geopolitical risk out of Europe. So it still feels to me like while there is still some inflows into EM selectively, in particular where places, you could see reform coming in following election results, India and Indonesia in particular. But in general, the dollar finds support for various reasons. And this weekend, this week, we will get two major events as well that could drive the dollar. So we'll be watching for those. India-specific drivers are limited for now, in my view, until we get the election results.